It's always good to bring restraint to power. It's always good to know how you handle power. That was exactly what Jesus displayed in the gospel today. The power of Jesus is undebatable. The power of Jesus is unstated. Nobody doubts that. The apostles have seen him command evil spirits and they obey him. They have seen him brought troubled sea to calmness. So they are never in doubt of his power. So when these people wanted to stop him from entering Jerusalem, the apostles told Jesus, let us beat fire from heaven to come and consume these people. Jesus would have made himself a tyrant if he had yielded to that. But he immediately rebuked them and then turned and went to the other city. If you don't know how to bring restraint to power, trust me, one day you will enter into serious trouble. I remember what happened in one of the motor parks around. Two touts we are fighting, and then the bystander gathered and we are witnessing the fight. And then some we are holding one of the touts, the one who carried the whole problem on his head. They kept holding him. This young man kept fighting and then before long, he hit the other tout so hard that the young man fell there. He thought it was a joke. The young man could not get up again. Trust the bystanders. They told him, you have to bring this man up. You have to raise him from this ground. This tout that has been full of energy and zeal knelt down and was crying and begging the dead man to wake up. Please wake up now. Please wake up. The young man could not get up. And then the other touts descended on him and lynched him to death. If we don't learn how to bring restraint in the way we exercise power, we create a problem that we can never get out of it. I think one of the characters in Chinua Achebe's Arrow of God made a very beautiful statement how we can apply caution in the way we use power. I think the character was advising a young man who was full of energy and name it. So the character told him, it is praiseworthy to be brave and fearless, my son. But sometimes it is also better to be a coward. For often we stand in the house of a coward to point at the ruin where a brave man used to live. He who has never submitted to anything would one day submit to burial mat. If you don't learn how to bring restraint to the way we exercise power, we will put ourselves in trouble. There's a saying that he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. People may call you a coward, people may call you a foolish man. It's okay. But you are okay. Because the worst that will happen to you is for you to turn around and start begging somebody who you shouldn't be begging. So imagine if I, as a manager, had decided to say I'm the school manager, and therefore, sometimes I call teachers and I tell them, you see all this strength in this school. Any day you will end up maiming somebody or killing somebody. You may never get ahead of the trouble. None of them should be killed for whatever reason. There was a day I had a problem with my hostel master. He told the student to kneel down. The student refused to kneel down. And then he wanted to go physical with the student. I told him, young man, be very careful. If you kill this child here, if you go to any court, no judge will listen to you. Jesus applied restraint in the way he exercised power. And that is what made him very outstanding. Abuse of power is to separate remorse when you exercise power. It makes you a tyrant. It makes you a dictator. But not only that, it can create problem for yourself. Sometimes our pride can get on the way. How can this little person disobey me? How can this little person look down on me? And then you try to apply your power, and then you put yourself in trouble. There is an Igbo adage that says, don't show all your power. You may be forced to assert yourself, and you end up creating problem for yourself. We pray God in this mass to give us the wisdom to apply restraint in the way we exercise our powers. Peace be with you.